Hello everyone, my name is Chris Van Tunen. It's my great privilege to be the music director here at West Australian Opera. We have just recorded our first digital specific opera for 2020 in response to the COVID shutdown. And I have Kat Osborne here and Tyler Hill, who are the director and designer, respectively. Hello to both of you. Welcome, welcome.
Thanks for having us, Chris.
So Kat, I'm going to start with you. Can you tell us a little bit about this piece and sort of how it came to be and what your first thoughts were?
The Telephone, an opera by Menotti, is about an intimate relationship, a couple, Lucy and Ben, who have been together for a while, and Ben is trying to propose to her, but the telephone keeps ringing and Lucy keeps getting distracted. So it's a short, funny, farcical opera that's about communication and also how technology can change the way we communicate. So it's a great piece to do as a digital opera. And my first thought was, this is a very funny, clever idea, and there's so much opportunity for us as Tyler and I, as predominantly theatre artists, to work in a digital format and tell that story with using film techniques.
You know, how do you then look at a piece that's written in the 1940s and then think about a modern version, a current version of it, and one that's sort of site-specific and a non-traditional theatre space, and what are the kind of design sort of themes and riffs behind that?
I don't know, there's so many different words in my head, but ultimately I feel like I wanted to express with Kat a sense of confusion, one through the music and the relationship of the couple, but also through our heads as artists, as we're in a time where we have not necessarily any idea of what we're doing and we're questioning what we do. And I feel like what we've created, which is essentially covering up the site-specific space with, you know, cardboard and paint, is kind of an expression of everything I've just discussed. And that reoccurring theme we keep using is it's a process or a work under construction. We're guinea pigs within, you know, a shoebox in that sense. While on one aspect it can be quite stark and distancing, but then I feel through the story we've injected a huge amount of energy and comedy to kind of balance that off as well.
Like a lot of operas that deal with telephone conversations, and there's a few of them out there, we only hear her side of the conversation. Yes. That's how Menotti's written the piece. We only hear Lucy's version of the conversation. Now, you guys have made a decision that the last conversation is with a woman called Pamela.
Yeah.
But we actually see Pamela. She actually appears. Who is Pam and why does she appear?
Pam is someone very close to everyone's heart. I think there's a Pam in everyone's life. There's a Pam over the street. There's a Pam who may be your neighbour with a incredible rose garden, or someone that looks through the Venetian blinds. Or we brought Pam into this opera visually and within the flesh. I think, in that sense, to kind of find some commonality for everyone within or watching the work can relate to as well, and kind of create a bit more weirdness as well.
Yeah, I think we've played a lot with absurdism, surrealism, and also representing how Lucy actually feels. So she feels in these phone calls that those people are right there with her, which is what it can feel like as a Zoom thing. So it's actually a literal expression of her feeling of Pam literally sitting on the couch next to her having a cup of tea and having a chat.
Yeah. So, I mean, this leads me to my next question. Audiences might expect they might expect to just be taken into someone's home and see this opera play out. And there have been plenty of operas that have been made for television and with varying successes. What do you think audiences are going to get?
Tyler always talks about opera being a bit extra, which I like, and everything about what we've done. We've tried to keep what people love about opera on the stage and the theatricality and the heightened style, and we've put that into a digital format. Yeah. And so I hope it's an experiment, and it's very hard for us to say what audiences will or will not get for it, but I hope that they get an experience where they're not just like passive watching it, that, we do put them in the position of being that person. There's lots of different perspectives, there's lots of surprises, lots of beautiful visuals.
There has to be a point where opera needs to evolve or grow, and while we haven't, provided all the answers of what it will be, we can't predict what it will be. We're adding to that conversation of what it could be.
Yeah. Yeah, which is a real privilege. Yeah.
Great. Thanks so much for your time today, and
Thanks,
looking
Chris.
forward.
Yes.
So are we.